Hello everyone. So here I am with my day 10 of assignment. I would like to proceed with the questions. So the first question is, pick a login screen of app.taskforce.com and write all possible test scenarios. So for this particular question, I'd like to show my screen. So here, as you can see, this is the test scenario for the app taskforce.com for the login page. So the login page, as you can see, the first test scenario is for login page itself. Like all the fields are properly present in the login page or not. Suppose here, as we can see, as the email ID field, the password field, the forgot password link, and the submit button. So here in the first scenario, it's like that sign-in screen with email ID and password field is present or not. Forget password link is present or not. Password field should have a disabled eye icon. Here the eye icon is to encrypt the data whenever we enter any password here. This is about the login screen and the login functionality. Second scenario is that functionality of the login page. So in the functionality of login page, we can say that there are various data inputs with which we can test the login page. Suppose we can enter a valid email address and valid password. We can enter invalid email address and valid password. We can enter valid email address and invalid password. Leave the email address blank. We can leave the password field blank. So all these are the test scenarios for this particular taskforce.com login page. So I'd like to proceed with the second question. So the second question is, which test scenarios you will execute in case of smoke testing? So in case of smoke testing, for this particular app, I would like to check the basic functionality of the taskforce.com page. Like suppose when we enter the valid email address and password, the login, we are able to log in into that application or not. So that would be the smoke testing, the very higher level of features which we are testing. That is the smoke testing. Then we'll do the sanity testing. In sanity testing, for a particular feature, like forward password link, that password link is working fine or not. Like whether on clicking the forward password link, that link is navigating it to another page or not, whether we are getting the verification mail for forward password link or not, whether after verifying the link we are able to reset the password or not. So by this we can do the sanity testing for taskforce.com app. Third one here is retesting. So in this case, suppose for example, if a particular feature has has a bug, like suppose the password field is accepting characters less than 5 characters, and we are able to log in. So this is a bug. So when the developer fixes the bug and resends the build, so we are testing that particular forgot password field itself again and again to check whether that particular bug has been fixed or not, and the areas around that particular field, like the areas linked to that field as well. So that is called as retesting in this taskforce.com application. Next is regression testing. So regression testing is like for login page itself, like we want to check the login page we can have multiple data inputs for this login page. So we want to do the we want to check the login page many times. So here in this case, regression testing is being done. It should be automated so that many data inputs can be given regression testing to testing the login functionality of the taskforce.com. Next is cross-browser testing. Suppose here, as you saw, my task force was open in Google Chrome. If I want to check whether it's working on Internet Explorer or not, if you want to check whether it's working on Firefox or not. So here, what I'm doing is I'm doing cross-browser testing to check whether this application taskforce.com is functioning well in other browsers or not. So this is a cross-browser testing. The next one is user acceptance testing. So user acceptance testing is nothing but like in starting, suppose requirement must be given for this particular login page, how it should function and how it actually is functioning after deployment. From a user's perspective, from a user's point of view, that is called as user acceptance testing in this application. So this is all about testing. The third question is, what is gray box testing? Explain with an example. So gray box testing, as we have learned earlier, that there are widely three types of testing: black box, white box, and gray box. Gray box is a mix of white box testing and black box testing. In white box testing, in gray box testing, the tester should know a bit about the code as well, and should know completely the testing process. So in gray box testing, suppose, for example, I'll explain this with an example. Suppose a tester is here to test a particular application, and in that application, he is testing the feature, URL feature, whether the URL feature is working fine or not. So here, while testing the URL feature, if the URL is not working fine, the tester can go and do some changes in the HTML code and fix that URL part. So here he is knowing the code part as well, and he is doing the testing part as well. So this we can say as gray box testing. So that's all with my questions. Thank you so much.